What I'm going to show and share with you today is how to use steamed eggs with tofu. Both are very nice and complementary because soft tofu is soft and very smooth, and of course when you add egg on top of it, you can steam both together and it will be a very delicious dish. You can of course add other ingredients like soy sauce if you like, and also white pepper. And if you want to have a bit of a touch of Korean, you can add the gochujang sauce, which is the Korean chili paste, and you can add a little bit of it into the ingredient, which it makes it look very nice because the Korean chili paste is red in color, bright red, and the egg and the tofu are generally yellow and white. So you really have a chance to have a bit of difference from the normal type of the steam eggs with just soybean. So first I will cut the tofu, the soft tofu, up so that it will be on an even layer at the bottom of the container. And now I will break the eggs and beat up 2 eggs. There is the second egg, and now I will beat up the eggs, and after which I will then add water to the eggs. Sorry, it's 3 eggs, wow! I guess it must really taste good then with an extra egg in. Okay, let's get ready to whisk the eggs, and then to add the water too. Just likely whisk the eggs, don't whisk it too hard, else there will be a lot of bubble in the egg mixture, which will not be such a smooth egg when you steam it. So lightly beat it up or whisk it before you add a little bit of water. The amount of water is really depending on how you like your eggs. Some people prefer the eggs to be a little bit firmer, which then you can add 1 part egg to 1 part of water in mixture, or if you want a little bit more of a watery type, you can add a bit more water by about half a portion, which means 1.5 portion of water to 1 portion of egg. So you can experiment and try and see how you like the texture of your eggs. Okay, now I bring in the tofu, after which I will pour in the egg which I have whisked, but I will use a sieve to sieve out the egg so that the bubbles will not go in, and this will then ensure that the egg that you actually steam will be very much smoother without all the bubbles forming on the steamed egg. You can use any type of sieve, but it should be sufficiently well knit in that it can actually catch the bubbles inside. The other point is that when you steam the egg, use a cover. You can use a cover if it comes with the dish, or you can have what you call a cling wrap paper so that it actually covers the top of the eggs that you have steamed, so that water droplets will not actually fall back into the container, and then it will cause a little bit of disruptions in the smoothness of the egg that you steam. I use a tefal here to steam the eggs. I find it very useful because you actually can put in the water, put in what you want to steam, and then turn on the timer to steam as you like. So it's really very convenient. For this I'm steaming rice too, so the rice will be about 1.5 parts of water to 1 part of rice. So I put it in and I steam the rice for about 30 to 40 minutes depending on your rice and whether it is one that absorbs a lot of water or does not require so much. But basically I will put it about 30 to 40 minutes. And this is the gochujang sauce which I mentioned earlier. I mixed a little bit, 1 teaspoon with about 1 teaspoon of water and a little bit of sugar to taste. You will add a little nice color to the steamed egg, besides adding a bit of spicy taste to it. So now I'm going to steam the rice before I add in the steamed egg later, because there are different cooking times. The rice will take about 30 to 40 minutes, whereas the eggs should be about 6 to 8 minutes depending on the temperature of your steamer. So you need to take into consideration all these factors when you steam your eggs. Try and test and see what suits you, what type of timing suits you, because it depends on the steamer that you are using. This steamer is good because it has a timer, and you don't have to watch it. As long as you set it to your time, you can just go and do whatever else you want to do, your house chores, and when it's ready it will ring and it will switch off automatically, so you can actually come back and not worry that your food that you steam has been overcooked. It has 2 layers, so it's convenient when you want to do double steaming, maybe vegetable on one deck and maybe the steam egg on the other. So it really depends on you, but it's very, very useful. As you can see, the steam is actually coming up, and you can see a bit of mist in the steamer, which shows that it actually is steaming up properly. I like to use this steamer because it's very, very fast and efficient, and it's also very easy to clean. Once you finish, you can just wipe it dry because it's mainly water, or once in a while you can just wash it. You can just dismantle it easily and wash it, and then you can be prepared for the next steaming session. Now that is the egg.